Okay, what's up everyone? How we're doing today? We're a little bit earlier today in comparison to last week. And by the way, if everything is all right, let me know. If you cannot hear me, but you should be able to hear me, I believe, then yeah, let me know if everything is all right, or if not, then do let me know as well. Cool, so I'm doing this a little bit earlier today because usually I do this at like 3 hours later. We actually had our, what is it called, like summer time change thing. So I had a little less sleep last night, but no problem. But yeah, usually we do this live stream a little bit later on. But now today we're going to watch the Formula One stream, the Formula One race. I'm not sure if anyone is here into Formula One, but I am definitely into Formula One because I'm also from the Netherlands. And Max Verstappen, if you know a little bit about Formula One, he's doing pretty well. A very, very young guy who's actually crushing it right now and is on pole position for today's first race of this Formula One season. So I'm definitely going to watch that here in my own studio, in my own apartment, with some neighbors, some friends of mine, and then have some dinner as well with the four of us, I believe. So that's going to be nice, and that is also the reason for which I'm a little bit earlier today than usually. And that might actually change a little bit over the next coming weeks as well, depending on when the races are, because I do kind of want to see those races. And I've been thinking about doing these live streams on different days maybe to avoid that. But I think I do like Sundays to have these live streams. So yeah, I'll see. And it's not like there's like thousands of people watching this, yeah, all right? Okay, so I'm going to go through a few things first before I'm going to get into your questions. First of all, I had a few polls this week. It looks like many people like the IPOE SPAC most, and then the TPGY SPAC. And I've also seen a lot of votes for STPK merging with STEM. I actually did a video about that partially last Friday, so like, yeah, 2 days ago. And it actually might be a stock that I want to add myself at some point, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. But I do like the energy storage play combined with artificial intelligence. So I might actually get into STPK, maybe even for the long term. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Yuho? Perfect early is good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And again, I'll get to your questions a little bit later on. Yeah, Finland is, well, solid time right now. I suppose it's just 3 o'clock over there as well, right? Anyways, let's see. I had another poll about altcoins. Many people like Ethereum. Had another poll 2 days ago. This is one of my struggles. You can maybe call it struggles, and meanwhile I'm going to pull up something differently. One of my struggles that I have been asking myself recently, because I've been doing a lot of SPAC valuation videos. These are just very easy to make for me. It takes me like half an hour to prepare and maybe half an hour to well, maybe a little bit longer, but like 45 minutes to record the whole thing and edit it and also post it on YouTube with all the like descriptions and tags and titles and thumbnails. So in total, I think it's like 1.5 hours for one video, which for me is not a lot. Usually I take like, I don't know, maybe like 4, 5, 6 hours per video to make, because it does take quite a lot of time to make a YouTube video. Definitely don't underestimate that. But yeah, these SPAC valuation videos are a little bit easier to make because I've already done like 40 of them. And again, if you, well, I'll talk a little bit about it later on, but if you want to check out the SPAC valuation sheet, which I'll also pull up meanwhile, then you can join our Discord, which I'll talk about in a second. So I was basically asking myself, because I did see less views on the videos lately, but I kind of think that might be because of the, yeah, well, I'm not going to call it a SPAC crash maybe, but definitely a downtrend for SPACs and high growth stocks, or just growth stocks in general, and tech stocks. So that might have to do with that, but it also might have to do with people just not really interested in SPAC valuation videos anymore. So I was asking people about that, but it does seem that people do still like these SPAC valuation videos. I might actually go from 4 SPAC valuation videos per week, doing them on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, to just 2 a week, and also do 2 videos on technical analysis. So yeah, I'll check that out in later on. Okay, so if you want to have access to a few sheets, and let me actually pull up the Discord. You can join this Discord. It's for free. There's also a premium membership for some more content and more research. I share all my research with my premium Discord members about like all of these stocks that are in here. And the free members get access to all of these channels and also access to the SPAC valuation guide that I published on YouTube, which is of course public for everyone. The SPAC valuation sheet, which I use in every video, and the sheet of all the SPAC valuation videos that I've done so far, which is this. Wait, that's actually, no, that's not this one. So you're going to get access to this sheet as well. But let me actually go back to to check out the sheet that I was wanting to show you. Okay, so that's this one. Here we go. So yeah, this sheet is going to be this is going to be the sheet you're going to have access to as well if you join the Discord. Again, for free, you just leave your name, leave your email address, and then you're going to get access to that. SPAC Tracks, quickly, this has introduced a membership, $30 per month, I believe. First of all, it was $40, but now they lowered it to $30, so that's pretty good. But I think you still, well, you don't have access to the SPAC profiles anymore, which is, of course, unfortunate. But you do have access to, I believe, the calendar, which I usually use quite a bit. And I usually go to just the key votes and events to check out when the merger votes are and when the merger votes have been, when the mergers have been completed. Just like for a BFT, there was a merger vote last Thursday. And I believe the ticker is going to change probably, maybe even on Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure. Also heard people talking about Wednesday. But yeah, somewhere in the next couple of days, they are going to complete the merger. And I believe you still have access to the latest activity. And this was one of the things that I was using the most to check out all the SEC filings from the different SPACs and also de-SPACed companies, if you will. So I think you still have access to most, but just not the SPAC profiles and like the Find a SPAC option. Also, I have a blog. I'm not sure if you're into that, but I just write down my thoughts, my feelings. That sounds a little bit too much, maybe. But I have this blog on nesami.com/blog just to, have it as a journal, a weekly journal, if you will. We've already talked about this, but we might need that later, might need that later, might need this later. Let's go into the questions then, shall we? What's up, everyone? How you're doing today? How are you doing? So GIX warrants, let's actually check it out. That should be this one. So it's of course trading together with the normal GIX stock, which should be this one. Merging with UpHealth, of course, and this is trading at $10.01 per share, so pretty much net asset value. So it could definitely be bottoming out, but of course it can go lower, just like we saw with CFII with View. It definitely did go lower and currently is actually sitting at $7.84, which is of course too bad, but I'm in it for the long term, so I don't really care about that too much. Anyways, let's go to the warrants, this one. So it is sitting at 80 cents, and I mean, you have to exercise this for $11.50, right? So then the total cost would be $12.30, I believe, which is of course higher than the stock price. So if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know enough about warrants, but if I'm not mistaken, then this would mean that warrants currently are more expensive compared to just straight up buying stocks. But again, let me know if I'm completely mistaken. I could be very, very wrong about that because I just don't know a lot about that. What do you want me to say about this? Like any technical analysis or what? Because I suppose this is going to be trading together with the stock. And if the stock is actually going to bounce of the net asset value of $10 per share, then this could also see a bounce. Meanwhile, I'm putting in a few lines, which I believe are very important for this warrant graph, which are basically these 4 lines, I believe. We've, of course, got the top over here at $2.34, more or less. Then we have some price action going on over here at 150 exactly. Created this top, created this top, created this support, created this top. So I believe this is a very important line to look at in the future if it does go back to that level. And I believe we have some support right now here as well because of this low and this low and this low. So it seems to be supporting right now the price action above this level of 75 cents, which of course is also a nice round number. If it does go below that number, then yeah, we don't see a lot of support in this region between 75 cents and 34 cents. But the major support is at 34 cents, which was created by this massive low over here. So that's the only thing I can say about that, just the technical analysis part. Hope that makes sense. Kaizu, which is your biggest SPAC holding? I just checked, I saw your question, and I went ahead and opened my 2 accounts. I've got one at De Giro and I've got one at Trading 212. And currently I have 2, I believe I have 2, right? I have got TPGY and, or is that just the only one? Wait. Actually, I have just 1 SPAC right now in my long-term portfolio, so it's going to be a TPGY anyways. ChargePoint was, of course, a SPAC, but is now a de-SPACed company. It's now just a normal stock, of course, and View the same thing. This was CFII, but now merged into View. So yeah, it's actually this is all normal upwork. Yeah, so TPGY is actually my only SPAC in my long-term portfolio right now, and it's also one of my biggest holdings at the moment. I've been adding to my position for the last couple of weeks. Actually been, because ALPP and TPGY are on the same account on Trading 212, and I've been selling out of my ALPP along this route more or less, and putting that money into TPGY instead. Because ALPP is more of a swing trade for me and not a long-term play. So yeah, TPGY is my biggest holding. Kai, mine is Soaring Eagle SRNGU. Okay. Is this a SPAC? I can go. I was going to go to the SPAC profiles, but that's of course a little bit unfortunate that right now. Can I actually still look for that? So SRNGU, it is still here. So it's just a unit, so you don't have the shares, the common stock just yet. But do they already have that target then of Kai Mine? Let's actually see. Kai Mine Soaring Eagle. I don't know. So do they already have a target or not? Because I, of course, can't see it anymore with the SPAC tracks, which is definitely unfortunate. But hey, let me know if they already have that target, because I can't really see. Is Kaimine a company? Can't really find anything about it. So let me know. Let me know. Also, okay, so non-letter of intent, DAR. Yeah. What do you want to do with that? If they don't have a target just yet, then I don't really care. To be honest with you, Yuho, you might know my opinion about that, but I don't really care for SPACs that don't really have a fixed target just yet and don't have an investor presentation I can look at. Yeah, I suppose this doesn't really have a target either. ROSS, same thing, I guess. Ivan. I think I heard about Ivan, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so usually I don't really look at SPACs that don't have a target just yet. Good morning, 6 a.m. in California. What's up, Kill Salad? Is that actually the way I pronounce? I suppose, yeah. 6 a.m. in California. What are you doing up, man? Or girl? What are you doing up? So early. I would sleep. GX warrants have a great chance to 10x with the merge coming up in April, May. Yeah, potentially. Depends on probably what the stock is going to do, I suppose. I was merging with UpHealth, and I did a valuation video about it, right? Let's see, GIX. Where are you? There you are. So my midpoint valuation was $17, and currently it's trading at $10. So yeah, currently it could be undervalued. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let's actually go there. I believe they already had that proven track record that I usually like about, well, that I currently like about SPACs. Because what I am looking for, stop talking. What I'm currently looking for is SPACs that are a little bit safer. SPACs that are a little bit safer with regards to revenue. They already have a proven track record with regards to revenue, instead of having a story that says like, yeah, in like 5 years we're going to have revenue, and based on that revenue we are valued at this and this. So I like SPACs currently that already have a proven track record, but I believe UpHealth already has it. This is like the baby Teladoc, and Teladoc is one of my bigger holdings as well in my long-term portfolio. Let's see. So I believe this is the revenue, so 115 million in 2020, which is of course not bad, definitely not bad. Let's actually go here. This one, I guess, or this one. Yeah, I suppose this one. Yeah, so I do think that a multiple of 7.2x for UpHealth at $10 per share could be a deal. Could be a deal. I suppose that it could at least go to these multiples of about 11x. So that still would mean that it is undervalued. And also, if you look at the enterprise value, then it can also indicate more upside. So I do still like, and I think I saw someone subscribing there. What's up? Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Now it pops up. Thanks, Scale Salad. What's up? Haven't donated to you before, but appreciate the information you provide. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. If you have more questions, let me know. Let me know. And very much appreciate it. I love that. Good to have you here. And also sad to see that it's 6 a.m. for you. It's incredible. Anyways, back to UpHealth. Yeah, I do think it's undervalued. If you want my opinion, that's of course not financial advice. Okay, I need to go quicker through this. Early is good. Thoughts on Fuse. The only thoughts I have is my video about it. So maybe check out my valuation video. My valuation video said $19 per share for a midpoint valuation, and currently it's trading at net asset value of $10 per share. So maybe check out the valuation video. Those are my only thoughts about Moneyline that I have. 4 o'clock. All right, it's 1 o'clock later in Finland compared to the Netherlands. Huh. What's up, Alex? How are you doing? First time in live chat. Really cool. Welcome. Thoughts on C3 AI? Haven't looked into it. It's been on my radar, but I've never done any research into it. I looked at it and I actually did this little bit of a technical analysis. I was looking at this trend line because it seemed to be holding up on this trend line pretty well. And once it went below this trend line, it actually was crashing back down. But it could be, I'm not sure if it's an opportunity, honestly. It's currently, according to TradingView, and let's actually also pull up Yahoo Finance. Let's see, that's this tab over here. Let's close this. So we go to AI. I just want to see the market cap. Yeah, so the market cap is about 6.5 billion. I don't know the company. As I said, I haven't done any research about it, so I'm not sure what kind of revenue they are bringing in. So yeah, that would be something for me to look at. I'm not going to do it right now because it's going to take a little bit too much of my time, but it could be definitely an opportunity, especially if it's deserving the valuation of 6.5 billion. But again, haven't done any research about it. With regards to technical analysis, can't really say anything useful about it because it's such a young chart. We don't have a lot of price action history, and I can't really make any useful comments about that. What do you think about MPA? Basically, it's one of the riskier SPACs. So first of all, for full disclosure, I do own NPA as a swing trade stock. I own it partially because of the valuation I did, which was on the high end, and of course based on future predictions of revenue, I believe, or EBITDA or whatever. The midpoint valuation was at $47, and the current price per share is at $12.40. So in that regard, it's currently very undervalued, but of course, keep in mind, it's based on future performance. Right now, they don't have a lot of revenue or even no revenue at all for, I believe, like 2 years or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. The bullish things are, I believe Citron Research came out with a price target of about $50 per share. I think you can check that out on their Twitter. So if you go to their Twitter, you can probably find it somewhere. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but yeah, if you go to Citron Research, if it actually pulls up, there you go. So somewhere on their Twitter, they have a tweet about NPA, so you can maybe check that out too. And of course, ARCX is probably going to be public or live soon, I suppose. I suppose that's going to be, happening somewhere soon as well. And if ARCX is going to have a full focus on space, then of course NPA could definitely profit from that too. What's up, Sis? I still don't know how to pronounce your name, but it's like the Portuguese style, so it should be like Cesar, or like the R is really difficult for me. Anyways, welcome, and thank you for the £5, right? Cool. Thanks a lot, man. How are you doing today? How's the wife? think you're a cool dude, but you like him for Verstappen makes me rethink that. What? Wait, who are you? Wait, you're from Portugal. No one is from Portugal, right? Any Formula One driver? Maybe you like Alonso, or you like. Let's see. Did you say anything about that? Used to be a big fan of Formula One, but then switched to Sky Sport in the UK, and I would have to pay about $25 a month. So I guess I don't love it that much. Yeah, yeah. I've got something different here in the Netherlands. It's called a Ziggo. So something my brother has, and I'm taking advantage of it. So I'm going to use my brother's account to watch Formula One. So which is your favorite Formula One driver? Yeah, I know. Sorry for butchering your name. So your surname is like Pegado? Something like that. I really want to know Portuguese. I know Spanish. My Spanish is pretty solid. But yeah, my Portuguese is definitely not good. But it's something I would love to learn, actually. I actually said something about Arc. It's going to open tomorrow, ArcX? Really? I did not know that. Did not know that. Believe all investor type videos have seen a significant decrease in viewers. Yeah, I think so too, Kill Salad. I think so too. Good morning. What's up, Samaneth? And I'm not sure if I butcher your name, but what's up? Good morning. Here it's actually a good afternoon, but no problem. There's one new SPAC under my radar, RMGB. Well, that's funny you say, because I think, is it today? Let's actually go into my YouTube studio while I check out the other comments. CCIV merger crashed all SPACs. My guess is after 6 weeks, they're cool again. Yeah, could be. I think, actually, I'm not sure if I've talked about that before, but I think we're going to see like a K-shaped recovery where the good solid SPACs are going to go back up and the, actually, like, up. This is the move, right? Yeah. Everything is like in a mirror version for me. So I think the good SPACs are going to go up in a few weeks or months or whatever, and the bad SPACs are continuing to go down. So with regards to RMGB, I'm going to have a valuation video published today, I think, right? Scheduled for today, 28th. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be today. And on Tuesday, I'm going to release this one about UpFi. So those are two valuation videos that are on my radar. Okay. Don't think RMGB is UTR? Question mark. What is UTR? What is UTR? Jamas SPACs have taken a beating, and there were issues with government contracts in India for new power. Okay, I don't know anything about that. I only checked the valuation part of the company, so yeah, I don't really know anything about fundamentals of RMGB. But I do wonder what UTR is. I can't figure it out. Under the radar, I think. I think it's under the radar. Wow, is that an abbreviation that's used a lot? Interesting. It's probably under the radar because that makes a lot of sense in your sentence. So yeah, about the debts, they do have a lot of debts. I believe their net cash position after the merger is going to be about 3.5 billion, if I'm not mistaken, 3.476. I'm not sure why that number is in my head, but I think it's about that number. So yeah, definitely an important factor to keep in mind, and check out the video I'm going to release tonight in about 8 hours. Holy crash. What's up, Sean? Chromie? Tesla, GM, Ford, VW so far ahead of Lucid. Can Lucid still win running their own race, or are they too far behind? I think they are too far behind with regards to Tesla. Probably with regards to Volkswagen as well. I think GM and Ford, I kind of see them as like these big behemoths that can't really pivot fast. You know what I mean? A company like Tesla is just a really agile company that can pivot very fast. And of course, with a guy like Elon Musk. And I'm actually, by the way, reading a book, Elon Musk, which is definitely a very interesting read. Let's see, it's probably just called Elon Musk, actually. Yeah, it's this one. It's a very interesting read to check out. This is actually the Dutch title, but I'm reading it in English. So yeah, just check out the book from Ashley Vance, I suppose. A very interesting read, and it just gives you a beautiful insight in who Elon Musk is and what Tesla is and what SpaceX is. So read that. Anyways, back to your question. I don't think they can win. I don't think they're going to be the number one, to be honest with you. But that's, of course, just my personal opinion. They could be like a number 3, right? I could see it's like Tesla number 1, VW, or like Volkswagen on second position, and Lucid could be number 3 if they are able to execute and really focus on their own strategy. I do think they can pivot faster than GM and Ford. I like what Volkswagen is doing right now with regards to the whole electric vehicle thing, so I really like that. I'm not saying it's a big deal, definitely considering, yes. Could you look into SCIC? I can. It's merging with Bark, right? It's merging with Bark. I did not do a... Did I do a valuation video? Maybe I did, actually. I've done like 45 SPAC valuation videos right now. So it's sometimes a little bit difficult for me to like remember all of them, but I don't think I talked about Bark yet. It's on my list. I know that much. Of course, I can't look it up, so that's a little bit annoying. But I do think it is merging with Bark, if I'm not mistaken. The like animal, like dog company. I can't remember exactly what they do, but it's a pretty interesting one. So let's just mark off a few areas of interest. I suppose that could be an area. Yeah, that one too. So yeah, I do think we are on a nice little support over here because of this low, which was created on the 5th and 6th of March. We are back on that same level, so that should provide some support, which is good at $10.58 more or less. The indicators have been coming down quite a bit, so that's pretty nice. Of course, a chart like this is very young and you can't really do a lot of technical analysis on it, but yeah, we can see that we do have some support right now, so that's pretty okay-ish. I'm not going to go through the investor presentation right now because I don't have a lot of time because of the Formula 1 race later today, and I still need to do some cleaning in my house before my neighbors come in and trash the place again. So I'm not going to go through the entire investor presentation, and honestly, I really wish that the SPAC profiles was still available. Let me very briefly try to find it, okay? Let me very briefly try to find it. Was it actually there? Bark presentation, this one? Ah, that's cool. So enterprise value 1.6 billion. This is just the best picture. Look at this dog, come on. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I do like dogs actually. So these are actually very cute pictures. Anyways, I want numbers. Active subscriptions, so they do seem to have a proven track record, so that's good. Nice little bump in 2021 expected. It's going to be interesting because, I mean, they have been a little bit flat, or going a little bit more flat in the last couple of years, and then they suddenly expect this massive increase. Not sure if that's going to happen, but of course, if that does happen, that would be epic. Let's very quickly go to the numbers. Let's see, net revenue, yeah, kind of same thing. First of all, 23% compound annual growth rate, and then twice as fast. Not sure if they're going to be able to do that, but if they do, then it's awesome. And in 2020, they had revenue of 224 million. So with a $1.6 billion enterprise value or market cap? I can't remember. It was completely at the top, I believe. Let's see. Yes, here we are. So 1.6 billion. Yeah, market cap's 2 billion. So that's about like a 8 to 9x price to sales ratio, which is not too bad, which is fine. Not sure if they have a valuation benchmarking tool or page or whatever. Benchmarking, yes. So it seems to be a little bit cheaper compared to Chewy. And if, no, that's not what I wanted to do. If it actually is close still to that net asset value of $10 per share, and if you compare to these companies, then you would say that it currently is probably undervalued compared to these multiples of these other companies, which are, well, Bark has 3.5x, Chewy 4.4x, Freshpet 13.5x, and Trupanion 6.5x. So if you believe Bark is a true competitor to these companies, or maybe even better, then definitely it could be an opportunity. Of course, that's not financial advice. By the way, doubled my position on VACQ. Have you started your position yet? No, I didn't, man. I didn't. No, I am actually already a little bit... Well, I don't want to go too deep into the space stocks just yet. I want to see a little bit more of proof. I want to go a little bit... Well, yeah. I want to see a little bit more proof. I do have the NPA swing trade still, but... That's mostly because I've started this like a while ago, like, I don't know, maybe like a month ago or maybe even longer. So that's the only space play I currently have. Yeah, it is. So I'm not sure about Rocket Lab just yet. It could definitely be an opportunity for me later on, but I'm not sure yet. But I do like space stocks more now that I've read the book about Elon Musk. So, I mean, I just wish SpaceX was a public company, you know. That would have been epic. Or can you sell warrants, easily double, triple, or 10x on warrants? Would be cool, great for swings. Thanks for checking. No problem, you're welcome. I invested MPA about $20K at $13, pretty undervalued, holy shit. That's a pretty solid amount. Or, well, I don't know what your portfolio is, but I suppose that's a pretty solid amount. So yeah, you're deep on it. Yeah, keep in mind again that it is probably a long-term play, because the valuation is based on future performance. And did I already talk about technical analysis here? Probably not. So I do think we have a nice support at $12.30 more or less because of this low and this low. Well, it actually is, could be a little bit lower. I think we have a nice little range. Let's actually make a nice little blue box. A blue box of peace and prosperity, as my friend, well, friend, not from friend, but my boy, my man, my man Crown calls it. Let's put a nice rectangle in, shall we? So I do think more or less, and it's not very beautiful drawn. I think this box is going to be a nice little support because of this low over here and because of this low over here. So between like $11.80 and $12.30, I do think that could be acting as a nice support. But that's purely based on technical analysis. Yeah, with regards to indicators, can't really say anything useful about it. I do like the MACD reading here, though, that the MACD crossed the signal line, so blue above orange, basically, and is now seemingly bouncing off of that orange line. So it could actually be a pretty good weeks for MPA the next coming weeks. And they're going to have the vote on the April 1st, of course, so that is actually this week. Huh, I didn't even know that. Okay. So they have their merger vote on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that could be a catalyst for a more upside in the next coming days even. What else? What else? What else? Oh my god, I need to go way quicker than this. I'm sorry for taking this long. I got about 30 minutes left, so I'm going to try to go through things a little bit quickly. Do we actually, how many people do we have in here? Let's go to my live streaming, stream health, viewer activity, analytics. 20 viewers? Okay, cool. Or 16? Whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm in my Streamlabs OBS, so I can't really see how many people are in here. Oh, wow, it's here, it's here. 17 viewers, okay. All right, X SPACs, KLR. Oh my god, I'm going to go very quickly through these, okay? Which one? Is it this one? I suppose it's this one. Technical analysis. We are sitting on top of the 55 EMA, which I usually like as a support. And combined with that, we also see this top coming into place, which now seems to be holding up price action over here. So it could definitely be turning into a support for sure. The indicators are still, could indicate more downside, but yeah, I do think this support could be pretty strong. If not, then we could have a probably almost severe downside to about $12.20, which is the next level of support created by this low currently over here. But if we go back to the upside, we can see some action going on. Let's see, what is a major level? Oh, this is definitely a major level. This is probably also a good level to look at. And this maybe is a nice pivot level, but yeah, not so big, I suppose. I think $17.70 is going to be a pretty big resistance point. If it comes up back to that level, I'm kind of thinking that it might be a rejection, first of all, just like we saw over here. But yeah, again, I do think $14.30 could be an opportunity. Could be an opportunity. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this company, so that's the only thing that I can say about it. EQOS. So a little bit similar. This is actually the signature we see with a lot of SPACs. We've seen a major crash, basically, and then we saw a nice little uptick for a few days, and now we see a correction back to that same level of before. So again, also this level of about, well, $10.95 could be a nice little support level, mainly created by this low over here. Not a little bit of price action going on here, but not really significant in my personal opinion. So yeah, again, I do think that level could be interesting. The next level I'd be looking at is $9.62, which of course is below that net asset value of $10. But you say this is X SPAC, so it can go to that level. But those are some levels I'd be looking at. And to the upside, I'd probably be looking at this level over here, which is going to be the top of this range, and also the 55 EMA, which is this white line over here coming in about the same level. So that's $13.40, which I would see as resistance. And then Clover Health, very similar signature compared to what we've just been looking at. I didn't even know that this has gone to the levels it right now currently is sitting at. So that's unfortunate to see. Pretty much the same thing with regards to what I've just been saying about EQOS, that we've seen this crash upside for a few days, and then back down to that same level. So that same level is currently sitting at $7.27. Apart from that, we don't have any price action here, so don't really have any other levels that are important. But to the upside, I would say that this level is important because of this top created over here at $8.90. Hope that all makes sense. Do you think a significant drop after the ticker changes, also when Pipe Investors lockup window ends? I do think there could be drops for sure. I actually, let's go to my YouTube. I have a full video about that. I've analyzed the situation with 5 SPACs, I think like maybe 2 months ago. Why doesn't this load? Please load. Hello? YouTube? Please come to me. Oh, look at that. Look at this beautiful guy. He's streaming. Check him out. Let's see. Your channel. Videos. What is it called? What is it called? I don't know what it's called. Let's actually scroll down because I'm probably going to find it faster that way. So, Am I though? Am I though? Let's see. Sunday stream. Where are you? Sell SPAC after merger. This video. So this is a video that I did with 5 SPACs that, oh my god, just don't look at me. I don't want to look at myself. I see myself too often. Here I am as well, my god. Anyways, this is a full video I did on January 15th, so it's already a little bit outdated, of course, but I was checking at these 5 SPACs, I believe, Romeo, Hyliion, Canoe, Luminar, and Excelfleet. And I did a valuation about them, checking out the price action after the SPAC had been completed. So that could be an interesting indication, and is definitely something I currently am taking in mind. For example, BFT. For full disclosure, I do still have a portion of my swing trade, but I took some profits. I took half of my position off because they are going to change their ticker in a few days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not sure. But I took off half of my position around like $16, and I'm going to sell the rest of my position probably when the ticker changes, or maybe even before if it sees more upside. Thank you for answering my question. Is TPGY your biggest holding because there's a charger just outside your home? Well, partially it is. Mainly because of the valuation. I did a full valuation video about it, and TPGY is definitely one of the most undervalued EV charging stocks that I currently see, compared to CLII, compared to, ChargePoint, of course, and compared to SMPR. So I do think that this one has the most upside. This is also one of the leaders, especially in Europe. It's I like, in my long-term portfolio, I like focusing on leaders in a certain niche. So you have DocuSign, which is a leader in digital signing of documents. ChargePoint, leader in EV charging in the United States. Lemonade, a leader in digital insurance, if you will. Teladoc, leader in telehealth. TPGY is then the leader in EV charging in Europe. Tesla, of course, leader, as you know. Upwork, not entirely the leader, but probably the number 2 in their sector. So these are mostly leaders, not entirely, but mostly these are leaders in the specific niches. Specific niches that they are looking in. So yeah, that's one of the reasons, and another reason is definitely because there's a charger outside of my home and like multiple chargers right where I live. I did a video about TPGY a while ago, and I was telling people that, well, I think they had 190,000 EV charging stations, and 75,000 of them, so about like 1/3, are in the Netherlands, you know? So that's pretty cool to see. And I think TPGY or EVBox is set up for success in not just Europe, but also in the United States. So I hope that makes sense. I'm surprised SNPR hasn't gained more traction. They are at all the Whole Foods here in Los Angeles. Cool, that's pretty good to hear. Yeah, keep in mind that I believe in total they have a couple of thousand EV charging stations. And of course, if you are in a location where you see a lot of them, well, it doesn't necessarily mean, just like a little bit like EVBox, there are a lot of in the Netherlands, but I don't know, well, I know that in other countries they are not as available as they are here. But I believe with regards to absolute numbers, SNPR has like 3,000-4,000 EV charging stations, if I'm not mistaken, which of course is definitely a bit lower compared to EVBox and also ChargePoint. So that could be a potential explanation. Also, the valuation is a little bit lower compared to TPGY, or the fair valuation is a little bit lower compared to those stocks. SNPR is over here. So yeah, it is has a midpoint valuation of $21 according to my calculations, which of course is lower compared to what TPGY's target would be. So that could be another solution or another thing. And yeah, apart from that, I do like Volta, especially because of their marketing, their, their digital advertising screens. So, okay, 6 a.m. getting ready to surf. That's awesome. Wow, coffee time. That's cool. Have fun there. Wow. So that makes the GIX warrant $17 on target. Then you can sell the warrant. That's why I like them for a swing. Yeah, cool. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. That makes sense. Have you looked into SPFR? Not yet, not yet. But it's definitely an interesting one. And of course, you like the space stocks. So yeah, then you already know that they are making stuff for SpaceX. Oh, yeah, you actually say that. There's a rumor that Tesla wanted to buy Velo3D and they have SpaceX as a customer. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I haven't looked into it yet, but it is on my list. And potentially, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I could see myself opening a position, maybe a swing trade. But yeah, no opinion just yet. Fraction 5.8. Okay, cool. Do you still like View at these prices? I mean, I still do. I am definitely in it for the long term. So short term, I don't know what's going to happen within a few weeks, months. I don't know. It could be still sitting at this level or maybe even lower. Who knows? But I do think that I'm still bullish on this company in the long term. I believe in their CEO, in the management team, in the incentive programs they have in place, in their their products. They have more and more projects. They actually, if you go to their website, view.com/project, I believe. Yeah, exactly. You can see all the projects they have. They have some pretty solid customers like Netflix and Google and Facebook, and quite a lot of airports nowadays. So I like that. Somewhere this year, they're going to be announcing more about their residential applications of their smart glass. So that's going to be cool as well. Could be a catalyst for a move back to the upside. But currently, I still like it for the long term. Don't expect major gains within a few months. It could happen, of course, but this is for me a long-term play, probably like multiple years, 3 to 5 years likely. So yes, I do. Thanks in the Middle East. Okay, Middle East, awesome. What's up, the student belegger? Thanks, man. Thank you all. I think you're a cool dude. Oh yeah, we talked about that. THBR semiconductor shortage thoughts could do well. Definitely. Let's actually close these tabs. I did a did I do a valuation video about that? Yeah, here. So that's Indie, right? If I'm not mistaken, Indie. If my memory serves me well, in the Indie Indie semiconductor, I believe. Yeah, my price target, or my what do you call it, valuation video set a midpoint valuation of about $17. So with regards to that, it could definitely be undervalued. And of course, combine that with the semiconductor shortage or the chip shortage, then definitely could be an interesting play. I'm not sure if you've seen that video, but I did a video about a few European stocks a few weeks ago, or maybe even a month ago. Where is it? Here. This video 3 weeks ago. And here I talk about, I believe, 3 companies: ASML, Airbus, and Swiss. And ASML is a Dutch semiconductor company. Stop talking, you fool. ASML is a Dutch company which does which is in the semiconductor space as well. And I am still bullish on that. I don't have any position myself, but it's definitely a cool. Let's actually go to this one. It's actually definitely an awesome company, and actually had a very beautiful day on Friday. I didn't even see that, but it crushed above the it made new all-time high, so that's probably why. On pretty okay volume. Setup looks very good with regards to technical analysis, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, this is a major company of $215 billion in market cap. Definitely one of the leaders, or if not the leader. And yeah, Indie Semiconductor didn't do any fundamental analysis on it, but could definitely be an opportunity with regards to the shortage right now. What's up, Wasabi Bread? I actually wonder about your name. Like, do you actually like wasabi bread? Is that a thing? Love you, Nesami. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Forward my videos to... Wow. I forward your videos, so my videos, to your investor friends. But they won't watch because they aren't millennials. Maybe change the title to Smart Investing for Millennials. For everyone. They got offended. That's awesome to hear. That's funny. Yeah, sometimes I receive some more comments about that. And maybe I will change that at some point. My main disposition for that was because I wanted to focus a little bit on a certain niche. I didn't want to have a very general channel, but I wanted to focus on millennials, so just like a specific target group. But but I might actually change that, because it's actually funny. I'll show you. It's quite funny. I showed that with my my lamp is dying on me. There you go. I actually showed that to my Discord members. Let's actually go to analytics and to audience. Over here. So here you can see the age and the gender of the viewers that I have on YouTube. Pretty funny to see, actually. And you can see that 93% of you are male, so I'm not sure if we have any female people in here. I believe, well, I'm not sure. I believe there might be. But yeah, as you can see, 40% is a millennial and about 29% is a little bit older. But it's actually funny to see how this changes. And of course, a lot of non-millennials are watching my content. But yeah, I can't imagine that some people get offended when I say what's up, millennials, and that my channel is for millennials. But of course, it is for everyone. But yeah, so far I've been focusing on millennials, but it isn't necessarily just for millennials. So I might change that at some point. They got offended. Awesome analysis. Any suggestions on ZDGE? Zedge. What is this? So I don't know the company. I do not know the company. Let's draw in some lines, shall we? Because that's the only thing that I can do with regards to a stock that I don't know. Let's see, this is probably, yeah. So these are probably the levels that I would be looking at. We, of course, have this top in place at $16.40. Then we have this top in place at $14.50. Then we have this top and bottom in place, which is made by this low, or this high actually, and currently potentially this low at $11.75. So yeah, it could. Well, let me continue. We see a low here at $9.34. And we see this line, the 55 moving exponential moving average, sitting currently at about $10.50. So purely looking at technical analysis, I do kind of think that we could see a little bit lower. I wouldn't mind seeing a move back down to that level of $10.50 more or less because of this white line over here, which has been holding up the price action relatively well in the beginnings of March. So it could, again, go back down a little bit more to that level. But of course, we are sitting at a support level currently because of this top in place. I would be leaning to a little bit more downside, like 60% likelihood of downside, 40% likelihood of upside. And for the levels, I'd be looking at these 4 lines over here, more or less. If you look at the indicators, the RSI is still going down a little bit more, so that probably is according to my 60% more likelihood of downside. Maybe could even bump it up to 65% likelihood of more downside. Stochastics are pointing downwards as well, and MACD pointing downwards as well. So yeah, I do think it's about 65% likelihood of more downside, 35% likelihood of more upside. That's the only thing that I can say about that. APXT 8 points, one of the things, one of the SPACs you like most. And no problem. Thank you for being here, for watching, for providing value to me as well by commenting and leaving these questions. So I like that. I can only say that I did a valuation video for it. APXT, where are you? Where are you, sir? Over here. Very well. So the midpoint valuation was about $17.75. Currently it's sitting at $11.57, so it could be undervalued. I believe this already had a more of a proven track record compared to other SPACs out there. I believe they are working together with Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken, or at least like their Azure platform. We do have the same thing we have been seeing at other SPACs, that we first saw the crash and then upside for a few days and then back to that level of the crash a few weeks ago. So this could be turning into a nice little support over here. I'm looking at this level as well, created by this top over here, which is a level of $10.92, which was actually what held up probably this candlestick over here on the 25th of March. So I do think $10.90 more or less is a very nice bottoming area. And yeah, you can actually draw a box in here that is probably going to hold up most of the price action. If you look at the indicators, the RSI has already been bottoming out. We see some bullish divergence, basically meaning that the price action is making lower lows. So we have a low over here, lower low over here. But the indicator, the RSI in this case, is making higher lows. So a low over here and a higher low over here, which is bullish divergence, which is a bullish sign in general. Stochastics are a little bit neutral, I would say. The MACD is a little bit more neutral as well. I would say about like 65% upside and 35% likelihood of downside. That's what I'll say about that. Nice, excited to see the RMGB video. I like Valtteri Bottas, but I don't really follow F1 anymore. I follow Tesla Neo. That's awesome, that's awesome. Valtteri, man, Valtteri is a freaking boss, man. I love that dude. I love that dude. The Iceman. UTR, under the radar. I knew it. I knew it. Thanks, brother. No problem, Sean. Thank you for that. FRX Beachbody. Seems that it doesn't have any institutions purchase. Can you confirm? I cannot confirm. I don't know. I don't know. You can probably look it up somewhere, but I don't even know how to check it. You can maybe check it out on Fintel. Let's actually try. Let's try, shall we? Anyways, FRX. Come on, you computer. FRX. Hello. Please work, sir. Doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? FRX, Forest Road. Oh wait, I need to click on search. Oh my god. Institutional ownership, look at that. Institutional owners, 0. So you might be right. You might be very right. That could be, yeah. Could be the case. Oh, wait. I think I might actually know why. Because is it true? I think there was no pipe. I think there was no pipe investment for this company, for this SPAC. Let's see, because I was talking about it in my top 5 SPAC video. Let's go to my show more, my description. Oh my god, this whatever. PaySafe Square. Damn, which one is it? This one? No, it's SDPK, yes. Is it this one? Come on. Yay. Oh, they pipe presentation. So they do have a pipe? Am I mixing it up with something else? Where are you? Load faster. Come on, internet, you can do it. Financial overview. Oh, okay, they do have a pipe, okay. So I mixed it up with something else. So yeah, but probably no institutional ownership apart from the pipe investments. Is that an issue? I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really care about it too much, honestly. FRX all-in, supposedly a crash is supposed to happen in April. What's your thoughts? Why? Question mark. April. Not sure if they have their merger vote date just yet. If they do, and the merger is going to happen in April, then it could be an option, or it could be like, could happen, you know. But yeah, why? Why is it going to go down? I invest in SpaceX via SMT and USA tickers. Really? Okay. I don't know what it is. Is that like an ETF, a space ETF or so? I don't know about that. Or are you trolling me? I don't know. Let me know. What do you mean? HOL is the best space SPAC. Everyone is sleeping on Astra. Possibly. I did a valuation video on it. Oh, what? Is it already freaking 4 o'clock almost? Oh my god. I'm going to go very quickly through these comments. FTOC, check out my valuation video. I did a video on that. Technical analysis. Let's go very quickly. Pretty much the same thing. So you've seen this move, crash, up, crash, back to the same level, back up. Bullish divergence on our side, 60% upside, 40% downside. Did you know Rocket Lab just launched a satellite for Black Sky? Really? That's awesome. Good combination. Perfect goals. Thank you. Great live stream. Thank you. Thanks for answering. No problem. Do you think selling at 14 is a good idea? Depends. I think that short term it could go down because of the ticker change. Long term, like 5 years, I think it's an opportunity still. I think for the long term it's still undervalued. So, but short term, within like a few weeks, months, it could go down because of that ticker change. GX is solid. I'm not gonna buy until ticker changed. Healthcare SPACs go way below 10. Okay. Also, is the correct entry point for MP materials? I did not do a valuation video for this. Technical analysis, I would see at least this one as a major opportunity. If it goes down to $28.40 more or less, then I would see that as a major opportunity. We do have a little bit of price action going on at lower or higher levels rather. But yeah, not very relevant right now. I wouldn't mind seeing some more downsides. Indicators also could indicate more downside. If it comes back down to $28, I would see that as an opportunity. That's of course not financial advice, but it has a nice support over here, and hopefully in the future as well. So I was going to say something else about that. Oh yeah, like 65% downside likelihood and for 35% upside. These are random numbers, by the way, that I make up in my own mind based on what I see in technical analysis. But yeah, it's still definitely not a fixed formula that I use or whatever. It's more or less my intuition combined with technical analysis that brings me to those percentages. Legends, we'll check them out. These, yeah, cool. That's cool. Most tech-related stocks are buy. These prices, MP is buy. Well, there you go. Cesar says it's a... Cesar. I'm pronouncing it like a French way. I shouldn't, but... Cesar, oh, whatever. I'm sorry for butchering it. Anyways, he says it's a buy, so yeah. If it goes down, then blame him. I'm not a millennial neither. I find it offending. Sorry. 40-year-old New Zealander in the United Arab Emirates. Cool. That's awesome. I'm officially not offended. That's good to hear, Sam, and welcome. PDAC, I did a valuation video on it. I actually did it live during a live stream, so check it out. And don't really have any other comments about it. FBS, PFR, yeah, we talked about that. Are you a strong believer in the company STEM? Question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Not yet. I didn't really do a lot of research in it yet, but I did mention it in my best SPACs to buy now, which is, yeah, STEM is in there. I like it because of the convergence of energy storage combined with artificial intelligence. So I like that. I have actually started investing in stocks. Hey, what's up, man? I know. How are you doing? Did you go through my videos? Like the beginner videos? Let me know. It's my country. Okay. Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen, yeah, are from Finland. Wait, I actually said Valtteri Bottas, but I actually meant Kimi Räikkönen, that he's my hero. Oh my god, sorry for mixing those up, but actually I meant Kimi, because of course Kimi is the Iceman and not Valtteri Bottas. Because, yeah, Kimi, he's the boss. Oh my god, just mix them up. Yeah, Kimi is a legend. Him being drunk at some kind of conference or a meeting or whatever, that was epic. Could you elaborate more on the company STEM? Or, well, I just did a little bit. How well do you think it's going to go? Well, again, didn't do any fundamental analysis, but I like their premise. They have some kind of proven track records. And again, the combination of artificial intelligence and energy storage and decentralized/distributed energy. I like that. HOL, we talked about that. SMT and USA are Bailey Gifford ETFs. I don't know about that, but okay, cool. Here, good to hear. If yeah, good to hear. PDIC, yeah. Again, check out the SPAC valuation video. MP is not a tech stock; it's tech-related stock. If it wasn't for EVs, then I wouldn't buy MP. I like a bit more CLSK than STEM. That's the like crypto play or something, right? Or they have something with crypto, I believe. I didn't look into it. It's probably like energy storage plus Bitcoin mining, I suppose. I think so. Cool. I went through the comments. GG to me. I'm a professional live streamer now. Anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up and prepare myself for the Formula 1 race, which is going to start in exactly, or well, 58 minutes, almost exactly 1 hour. What I want to leave you with are probably a few things. Again, if you want to join my Discord, you can do so for free by going to nesami.com/discord. Then you can leave your name, leave your email address, and you're going to get access to it, as I say in almost all my videos. Yeah, so yeah, definitely check it out. You can join it for free. There's also a premium membership if you're interested in joining that. Then you can go to nesami.com/member. You're going to get some access to my research, access to additional videos, and access to some private channels. There's a free trial of 1 month, and after that is going to be $9.69, which is of course a beautiful price, the 69 part per month. There's a dollar option and there's a euro option as well. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's probably about it. If you have any feedback, if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. Maybe in the Discord, maybe in some kind of comment, or by emailing me at support@nesami.com for any questions you might have, any feedback you might have to make me like improve my channel, if you will. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for taking oh my god, thank you for being here. Seriously, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your valuable time with me. Have fun surfing if you're going to surf. Have fun watching Formula 1 if you're going to watch Formula 1. Have fun strolling through the United Arab Emirates if you're going to do that. And if not, then hopefully I'm going to see you next week. By the way, next week I'm probably going to do my an earnings call for my channel, like how I'm doing with my channel, how my portfolio is doing in the last couple of months, and what my plans are, long-term plans also for my business. So yeah, that could be cool to check out.